Drew, so good to see you. Today, we're going to talk through 3 signs that you may be invested too conservatively. We've talked before about the stress that comes with taking on too much risk, but playing it too safe can also create financial stress. So let's talk through some signs to determine if your retirement plan is too cautious. Number 1, you constantly worry about running out of money. If you're overly conservative, your savings may not grow enough to keep up with your needs, especially over a long retirement.
Yeah. And as we talk about this, there's nothing wrong with being conservative. And you definitely want to be invested into your risk tolerance. It's just you don't want to go too far extreme in one direction
Right.
sometimes. And a lot of times, and we'll get into this more, inflation is a big thing that can
Yes.
cost you if you're too conservative that you need to be careful of. And it's just crazy, the price increase that's happening on everything that we need to purchase right now.
Absolutely. Really good point. And that brings us to number 2. Your money isn't working for you. If your portfolio barely moves over time and inflation is eating away at your purchasing power, your retirement income could be at risk.
Yeah, the thing that you really need to think about is the rate of return that you need to be getting needs to be above what inflation is doing right now. Otherwise, you're losing ground to the cost of goods and services. So if you like CDs and you're a big CD person, the thing that you need to remember is that you're probably going to be 1% or so behind inflation in those CDs because those rates are going to be adjusted on the Fed rates that they're helping adjust also.
Mhm.
So you're still losing some purchasing power, even though it seems like you're getting some steady Eddie growth.
Right. Last, if you avoid making financial decisions out of fear, if you hesitate to adjust your investments, even when it might benefit you, it could mean your fear of risk is holding you back.
So again, we want you to be invested in your risk tolerance because the worst thing you can do with your investments is be emotional about them. And so if you're being too risky and feel like you're missing out and you want to move things over, that can be a bad thing. But if you're also just
Right.
terrified of any market downturn and then you move everything risky, that's going to be a bad thing too. So you need to find that sweet spot. You need to meet with somebody that'll help you find that sweet spot to where you're staying above inflation, but still you're not going to be terrified if you hear all the doom and gloom of the stock market at the same time.
Right, exactly. When you have that financial plan, it brings peace of mind to know your money is working for you. So I feel like this just begs the final question. Can you explain how investing too conservatively can be just as dangerous as taking on too much risk?
Yeah. So the thing you got to think about is, the common word that we hear all the time in the investment world is diversity. And you got to think of different kinds of diversity. And this illustration gives us a good idea. We're looking at 3 different buckets and finding a way to diversify your money that you can gain some income from it because you're retired, you're going to need some income. But you want to be safe, but also you're going to need your funds to grow and stay ahead of inflation. So
Right.
if you go all the way into one bucket, you're kind of missing out on the other 2 things that are needed also in your retirement plan to make sure that you're staying ahead of inflation and it's accomplishing the goals you want.
hmm Absolutely. But as you mentioned, the answer is going to be different for everybody depending
Yes.
on your own unique risk tolerance. So, Drew, if somebody would like to sit down with you, make sure that they are invested in a way that's in line with their risk tolerance and
Yeah.
also, that they can capitalize on the vagaries of the market. What's the best way to reach you?
So that you can reach us by phone here at the office. Our number is 260-488-8300. We also have a website that you can go to, millardfg.com. There's some resources there, but you can also schedule an appointment from there as well.
Great. Drew, thanks so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, Erin.